Let's start with the first book of this week called Atomic Habits by James Clear. This one is one of the best books ever, in my opinion. Author James Clear gives an excellent and easy to follow breakdown on what habits are and how you can influence them. You see the four laws of behavior change. You make the habit obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. In contrast, if you want to break a bad habit, you have to make it invisible, unattractive, difficult, and unsatisfying. And James Clear gives many actionable tools for doing all of this with vivid examples. So let's see the second book called Tribes by Seth Godin. In this book, Seth Godin outlines a new world we live in. Instead of thinking of ads only, which do not work according to Godin, you have to think of tribes. Tribes are various groups of people that share a common interest or story. If you want to have a large influence globally or expand your business, you must find your tribe. You connect people rather than inventing the tribe. Just as the Beatles did not invent teenagers. If you resonate with your target group, you will achieve what you want, but keep the tribe's wishes in mind. And lastly, I want to recommend the third book called So Good They Can't Ignore You by Cal Newport. And it was the third time I listened to this book because it's so good, according to me. The book is so good, it can't ignore me. And Cal Newport presents tons of evidence that you should not come up with a pre existing passion and then match it to the job. You are not supposed to figure out in advance what to do before you try. Instead, you adopt a craftsman mindset. You focus on becoming extremely good, valuable, and useful. When you become, quote, so good they can't ignore you, unquote, you will achieve the career you desire with the desired traits of impact, creativity, and money, and most of all, autonomy. Newport advocates strongly for the commitment to deliberate practice as a way to hone your skills very fast. And I will write articles in the near future on learning and performing it. Then I want to present three articles which I found very useful because, in addition to Atomic Habits, James Clear has written many useful and actionable advice on his blog. And the first one of two I'm going to cover here is called Lessons on Success and Deliberate Practice from Mozart, Picasso, and Kobe Bryant. With historical and current masters, the first blog post proves that it takes, quote, 10 years of silence, unquote, before a true breakthrough. In other words, if you want to get highly recognized and praised for what you do, you should expect many years of no recognition and pure hard work. However, just as a butterfly requires a long time in a cocoon, the unrecognized effort will be disproportionately worth it. And the article resonated a lot with me, who records YouTube videos and record podcast episodes every day, aside from writing it a total living. And I am willing to put in my 10 years of silence, which will amount to 3,600 podcast episodes and YouTube videos and articles. And if I do that, I'll be sure to expect fortunate outcomes with enough patience and deliberate practice. And I think it's a relief for everyone to know that you can become whatever you want if you have the three traits of patience, consistency, and commitment, which you can develop over time. You should love what you do so much so you can thrive during the unrecognized years and enjoy the delicious fruits later. Then I want to present the second article by James Clear, Four Reasonable Ways to Achieve Overnight Success. So it's quite funny. The first one is talking about you have to be patient to endure the years of no recognition. But then it says, okay, here is how you can speed up the process. And these four ways are: one, get short term feedback so you can quickly adjust; two, eliminate distractions to unlock focus; three, design your environment for success, which is a key tenet here at the Total Living; and lastly, four, play a game that leverages your skill set. So I recommend that you check this out and all the other articles for that matter, which I'll link in the description and show notes. Lastly, I want to present this article, How Emotions Are Made, the Theory of Constructed Emotions. And this one is a book summary by Tiago Forte, one of my go-to thought leaders. And I think he did a very excellent job on that. Based on quality research, it is clear that emotions are not universal phenomena that you cannot control. Rather, they function as predictions, trying to interpret your external and internal environment. Thus, you can alter your emotions by changing perspectives and predictions. Soon, I'll go deeper into this and how you can leverage positive emotions and stabilize negative emotions. Until then, I highly recommend that you check out the articles and book links in the description and show notes. And with that, I want to say thank you very much for your attention.